overtimes, 9 shots. Young had 7. Leading the Avalanche. Mellenby with 6. Willie with 5. Leading the Florida Panthers. Niedermayer. Sakic. Sakic won it. Held in by Lefebvre. Garpenlov spun around. Young moving to the middle. Young the shot. And it went off the glass high over the net. Mellenby trying to clear. Didn't get it out. Sakic held it in. Still held in. Uwe Krupp shot and score! The Colorado Avalanche have won the Stanley!
There's the read by Kemper. He reads there's no shot here for Palat, and he's on his way over. The net's still empty. Big face-off win by Stamkos. Hedman whipped it. Paul put it right on. Rebound free. Battling for the puck in the corner. 5 seconds to go. Up it comes to the line. Colorado has won the Stanley Cup.
Second, the first to ever get to 200 wins. Some of the records. And now 2-time Super Bowl champion. A final star turn it is for Peyton. And the Denver Broncos have taken Super Bowl 50.
Scoops back to Larry. There it is. 3-pointer. Won't go. Rebound called off Polk. They're not going to foul. The Heat will let it play out. It's over. At last, the long wait is over. After 47 years, the Denver Nuggets can finally call themselves NBA champions.
What up, what up? Happy Monday, boys and girls. This is Crew Talk Sports, brought to you by Crew Talk Radio. Also brought to you by Tired Sports Network. Guys, how we feeling? How we feeling out here? Good weekend, Ev. On my part, golf 36 holes, lost 38 golf balls, put on a fucking performance like no one's ever seen. How was your weekend, brother?
Weekend was great, dude. Weekend was great, man. Hot as Satan's bunghole here in Colorado, but it was nice to finally have some sun and fun out in that said sun, baby. We got out to the lake. It was super nice, super dope, super fun, but we got Monday blues today.
Yep, it's Monday blues, dude. I'm like Bill Gates on the golf course, bro. I donate so fucking much golf balls out there, dude. It's incredible. It's embarrassing. And I'm sorry to the house that I hit legitimately 900 miles per hour. It looked vacated, thank Christ, because, dude, I'm talking like it put a dent in the siding. I'm not even joking. I mean, I was aiming 180 yards left of it, too. Just need to get the swing back dialed in. Big tournament Thursday, though, so we're back. We'll be back, baby. We are back. Speaking of back, dude, the Florida Panthers are back. Champions, back-to-back. Fuck, man, Edmonton laying eggs. I think we talked about it a little bit last week here. Dude, you see these Florida boys partying, though, bro? They're starting to say nobody parties like South Florida, Ev. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't know what it is and what those boys are drinking down there, the water in Florida, that just makes you an elite hockey club, but we're going to need some of that over here in Denver. We should have gone back-to-back a couple years ago, and so it was kind of a pain in the ass to see, man. I'm not going to lie, but, good for them, bro. Good for the Panthers, man. Hey, man, that's all they do is win, baby.
Yep. Yeah, I guess they were the best team, right? In the playoffs from what I saw, man. I mean, shout out to my Avs, but fuck it, we move next year. I saw Avs are up there, top 5 predicted, but we got the Stars, we got Edmonton. We obviously the West is loaded in my opinion compared to the East. Other breaking news here as of yesterday, man, Ev, this was fucking heartbreaking to see, dude. The Pacers end up losing to OK Flop City. Dude, Halliburton tearing his Achilles potentially. I don't know if it's confirmed, bro. I watched it. I think I saw what I needed to see to pretty much see that it was a fucking torn Achilles. I will say real quick, dude, I'm not giving no props to OKC. It's not like, oh, the best. Fuck them. Can't do it. Flop City, hack defense, disgusting of a team. Really bad for the future of NBA. Halliburton was really good. They're saying he might be out next year, which obviously I think he's going to be, right? So it's shitty, man. Halliburton was dropping some threes too. It was almost like that game was about to, if Indy's within 10 with Halliburton, obviously, like they're winning the game, bro. I mean, how many times they need to do that, So, yeah, we got somebody saying Mickey Mouse ring. I agree. I've seen that a couple times. I might need a descriptive announcement of what the fuck that is. Mickey Mouse ring, aka doesn't matter ring, right? Yeah. Yeah, man, they beat us in 7. God damn us, dude. If we would have fucking won, Ev, do you think the Nuggets would have won the championship if we would have beat OKC? Knowing we had to beat Minnesota, then we would have had to beat Indiana. What do you think, Ev?
I think we would have ran out of gas, Dom. As much as I would want to say we would, I don't think we would have made it. I mean, maybe there's always a chance when you got Nikola Jokic, but I don't know, man. It just looked like our boys were out of gas. They were just riding the fumes. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's tough to say, bro. With a little bit more bench depth, we could have been there for sure. Maybe we still do beat the Pacers. I don't know. They got that devil magic like those goddamn Kansas City Chiefs. But they made that shit interesting, so shout out the Pacers, man.
Yeah, I think Pacers will be fine. They got a lot of depth, man. I've been saying this. I was talking to fucking Zay about this, bro. I think the NBA, shout out to Houston for doing the complete fucking opposite of what I was saying, which we'll get into. I think you got to build a nice young core and get some fucking nice bench players that can come in hot, especially during the regular season, right? Get yourself some depth, man. I think that's where the Pacers kind of showed you that young core, crazy depth, beat you in the end of the games, rather than trade everybody for fucking 2 or 3 people and then pray to God that somebody fucking toughs it out, right? So, yeah, man, speaking of NBA, you got Kevin Durant, big news here, getting traded to Houston. I'll pull up what the fuck it was worth. It was a lot, bro. It was a lot. Like 3 second-round picks. Let me pull it up. Ev, I know you wanted KD on the squad. What are your thoughts on him going to Houston, H-Town?
Well, isn't there a reason why we sent you out to Phoenix that one time to be a big advocate for the Denver Nuggets? You got all blacked out at a basketball game and you were shouting things at Kevin Durant. It didn't work out for us, man. You were like, hey, come to the Nuggets. I remember seeing the video, and he just pretty much gave you the middle finger. He goes to Houston. I'm sure the strip clubs are nicer in Houston. Shout out. But
Shotgun Willies with the shout out. Nice. 5 second rounders. Mother of Christ, bro. Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, number 10 pick this year, which is literally 2 days away, and 5 second rounders. Recognized game. Appreciate that. Wowzers, bro. Not saying the NBA you need second rounders. They're not as valuable as like the NFL, but mother of Christ. The guy's torn his Achilles 2-3 years ago. He's older. Easy money sniper to Houston. I
don't know. Do you really see? I mean, does this? I don't know. I don't really see this as the piece, but I mean, it's at least they're trying. At least they're trying. I like it. I like that. They
definitely needed a scorer. They needed somebody to score consistently for them. Kind of like the Nuggets need when Jokic isn't on the court. But I just think that like that depth. You got 2 different paths: depth or trade for these fucking old vets that think they're the shit still. Yeah, shout out to KD in Arizona. For all you Denver Nuggets fans, I totally botched this for you guys because, me and him were going at it. And, I told him to come to Denver and he wouldn't be wearing street clothes. I don't even think that's really a bad thing to say. He was legitimately wearing street clothes. He wasn't playing. I'm chirping at him. Hey, what up, KD? Come on to Denver, bro. Get you out of those street clothes. Put you in one of these. He's like, sit the fuck down.
He's like, security, get this guy out of here.
he's like, sit the fuck down. I was like, let me get a pick. And he's like, all right, chill. No, never got a pick.
The Rockets are going to be nice. The Rockets are going to be nice. I don't see them going all the way with this move in particular. But I mean, hey, anything could happen, right? I guess we'll see.
You got to think, man, are they better than fucking, OKC? Are they going to be better than the likes of Denver, Minnesota? Does this KD trade elevate them? I just love their young core. I wouldn't really try to break that up by trading Jalen Green out of there. Dylan Brooks, that fool was washed at Oregon. I don't really like that dude either. I poke bears. Get him the hell out of there. That's good for Houston. But you legitimately traded every pick. You're like the Nuggets, bro. We don't have a pick until fucking Luciana joins high school. So we're fucked there. NBA draft in a couple days. Ev, my lock of the week, bet a beer chug, which is a new thing, by the way. We're going to come up with bets. And, yeah, if he helps him with his jumper, it's over. That's true. Eamon Thompson, dude, if he can get his jumper going. Yes. That fool's crazy athletic, by the way. I do fuck with him a lot. And his brother's pretty nice too. Ev, we got our beer chug of the week bet. Mine is going to be that Cooper Flagg's the number one pick. So I hope you really did some research because that shit's pretty much a lot. All right. It's like minus 29,000, bro. Watch, they trade and fucking something happens.
That'd be awesome. That'd be fantastic.
Anyways, yeah. Other NBA news, Ev. This does relate to you, and I don't know how I felt about this. Nuggets are naming Ben Tenzer as the executive vice president of basketball operations. Also hiring Minnesota Timberwolves executive John Wallace as the franchise's new executive vice president of player personnel. Now, I am as confused as everybody else is here. Basically, from my research, they're both reporting to Josh Kroenke, the owner of the Nuggets, obviously. I kind of just wanted one man running the show here. Now it looks like we kind of got a fucking tripod, some fucking Julius Caesar fucking Rome fucking shit running this. We got 3 different people. Who the fuck's in charge? Obviously Kroenke's in charge. I don't know. I can't speak enough about these guys. I don't necessarily know them that well. I just don't know if I like it. Maybe I would, but.
I mean, we called Adwin getting the head coaching gig. We called Ben Tenzer being elevated in some aspect. I mean, we thought he was going to be the GM. Maybe this means he is the GM. Nobody fucking knows. It doesn't really matter. We don't have any picks. So yeah, Godspeed Nuggets fans.
Feet up. They could just put their feet up and be like, all right, let's just go get a little role player. Because I do think that MPJ is staying, bro. I think that we've been posting on TikTok a lot too. I'm pretty sure MPJ's staying his ass in Denver. So just get used to him. Start loving him, my Denver Nuggets fans. And we'll be fading his unders all year next year in our SGPs.
I'm going to puke. That's gross.
Yep. Yeah, other than that, I mean, not too much in the NBA. So it looks like they say Mickey Mouse ring because of the 2020 COVID year. The year the Lakers won it. Pretty just means altered and shortened. Yes, true. The year the Lakers won it was by far the wackest year. The bubble. That's when the Nuggets lost them in the Western Conference Final. But we had young puppy Jokic. And the Lakers basically had every 7-footer in the league, dude. JaVale McGee. I know it's JaVale McGee. I just call him JaVale. Anthony Davis.
I love my boy JaVale McGee. That was my guy back in the
day. Dude, when he was a Nugget, he was so frustrating to watch.
Oh, I loved every minute of it.
For those of you that are interested, we got a live bet sweat here. We're sitting on the over in the Inter Miami Palmeiras game, which is this FIFA Club Cup. It's actually pretty intense. Y'all got to be tuning into this shit here, dude. This is like they got fucking 100,000 damn there at the Hard Rock in Miami. I think it's like 60,000, but it looks pretty lit. Messi's out there. Of course, we need him to score because I'm a degen and bet on him to score anytime, Ev. No first-time goal scores. Haven't done it all year. Not doing it. All right?
That's fair. It's safe. It pays the bills.
Yep. So that's a live soccer bet, boys. Right now, oh my God. Messi just scored, I swear to God. No, Luis Suarez, the Uruguayan, scored. Boys, that's 2-0. We need one more goal. Trillo Bets is here for you guys, the people. This is like the golf course Green Valley Ranch, and I'm donating to you guys. 2-0. We need one more. Inter Miami was plus 500, Ev. I was going to text you, but you're low-key the fade god, so I couldn't have you riding my bet with me.
You weren't even thinking about me, so.
Sorry. No. Looks like you got the sniffles. You're a little sick over there, buddy. I'm sorry. You know what? You could have got a little sick up at the lake, bro. You probably got a leech somewhere hidden.
Let's hope not. I mean. That would be unfortunate.
Ev, you got anything NFL-wise? The only thing I want to say is, and this is like me talking pop culture, and I'm really sorry for you guys. We're going to drop like 30 followers. Cardi B, Stephon Diggs, is this true that they're getting married, bro? Because if so, is he now going to be a part of the Trillo Bet squad? Because I think so, dude.
I mean, we're gonna have to check tape on that. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe somebody can hop in on the comments if they know exactly. Please, somebody do some research. I have no idea, dude.
I
but-
saw she's dropping an album. He's fucking dropping checks. Love the guy, dude. I think he's hands down my favorite, like little other Bronco receiver besides my boy Trav.
What a comeback story. Just tears his ACL, starts dating Cardi B. He's on a
Cardi
boat, having fun.
Sugar, no problem at all.
And now he's going to be comeback player of the year. Shout out Stephon Diggs.
Yep. And shout out to Trilla Betts for taking him in the second round. Speaking of fantasy football here, let's get into this quick fantasy football segment. We're really trying to push a lot of this shit here, guys. We can only bet on the fucking Twins and the Rockies so much before we want to just fucking blow our brains out. They obviously do not respect the Wally Zerbiak. Honestly, dude, the Twins might be right up there with Javonte Williams on the never bet again list. For those of you paying attention, for me in UFC, I think I'm on like a fucking 0-8 streak in the main events. So Usman somehow piss pounds Buckley the other day, dude. Jamal the Hill, what the fuck's going on here, dude? Nobody knows. But I do know fantasy football, and I know rookies. Last year, Ev saw me draft Jaden Daniels with the last pick of the draft. I'm going to give you guys some rookies here, too. We're going to switch it up. We're going to do stock market challenge, all right? Ev, we're buying stock into these players. We might have a couple shorts. For those of you that don't know, we'll teach you a little bit about the stock market. Must say, though, Ev, we are not giving you guys stock market advice. We have to say, my lawyer told me that we have to say that so we don't get in trouble. Copyright.
Read the disclaimers for sure.
Ev, I'll start it off just with some exciting shit here. Obviously, you know who I was going to say before I even sat down.
Cam Scatterbo?
Travis Hunter, big on him. Big on him. I saw ESPN Fantasy here. We might have to check the tape as well. This kid could potentially be producing touchdowns as a defensive player, punt returner, kick returner, and they will count that as a 6-point score instead of Jacksonville's defense. So you know we ain't drafting them. We're drafting the kid. The only thing is, dude, he's looking his average draft position's like 28, 30. I don't know if I like that. A little risky for my biscuit, but you know what? Who's gonna pull him quicker than me? Give me the kid. Give me the Trav. I'm big on Jacksonville. I've been big on him last year. That's a Trilla bet lock right there, dude. Jacksonville's going to be better than they were last year, which is kind of like not that big of a deal. They're going to be fighting for playoff contention in the AFC. Hopefully Denver's fucking winning the division so we don't got to deal with that shit. Look, I think he's going to get the touches. I think he's going to get a lot of different plays drawn up for him to succeed. I think Brian Thomas Jr. is going to be taking safeties over the top, producing a lot of double teams. They lost their tight end, Ingram. They need somebody throwing the rock to. They're not going to run the ball successfully. ETN just somehow disappeared. They got Bigsby. Okay, I'm not touching that. Give me Travis Hunter. Give me a steady 10.10 a game. I think this kid goes over 1,000 receiving yards this year. No problem. Remember what Dion said. He is him, and he will be on my fantasy team. Ev, thoughts, comments, concerns
Now,
on the rookie of the year, Travis Hunter?
If there was ever a pick brought to you by Colorado Cannabis, that was the one, dude. 1,000 yards? Are you shitting me right now? Oh my
Couldn't
God.
disagree more. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's my boy Kevin Showalter. Shout out the Sideline Podcast. We will be doing a fantasy league with him too. But yeah, no, I agree with you, Kevin. I am not touching him at that price. That is absolutely diabolically irresponsible. We're not doing it. Now you can talk me into it for these IDP leagues where you have to like start a defensive player. Talk to me then, Dominic. Okay, but I am not pulling the trigger on Hunter that early. The earliest I would pull the trigger on him is like the 6th round. If somehow by the love of God he fell to me, even then I'm not feeling great about it. I just think that this guy's he's gonna be too hard to.
His over/under on DraftKings.
Put a finger on, dude.
Kevin, I know you're listening. Thanks for chiming in, brother. Appreciate you. Can you at least tell me what you would do on his over/under, Kev? If you're still listening, 725.5. Ev, you like that too? That's just receiving yards. 725.5. The only thing is you really got to figure out. Obviously, it's a fucking risk, right? Dude, is he going to play more receiver or corner? The kid can do both. I know it's the NFL. It's a step above, but 725 yards, bro. 18 games. 17 games? Come on. Give me that shit. Give me that
I don't know, man. It's dicey.
Plus, look at the jersey, bro. Look at the jersey.
It's
Y'all
dicey.
must have forgot. So, obviously, that's why, hey, Ev, you know what? That's my Apple pick right there. 1995, should have invested in Apple. We were fucking 3 years old. We would have been billionaires. If you invest in the Travis Hunter stock right now, you will be in the playoffs for fantasy. Wide receiver 2 upside, wide receiver 3 downside, or flex. Great flex option, Ev. He's definitely a flex. If healthy, he could hit over 725. They're going to feed him. Love it. Love Brian Thomas Jr. for the record as well. You know, I think he'll be kind of late round 1, early 2. So if you're kind of sitting early round 1, you're not even going to be sniffing Brian Thomas Jr. That's my fear of these fantasy drafts. Ev, who's your next stock so I can pull out my phone and start shorting it? What you got?
Well, anybody that's listened to our podcast before, we all know that Dom only picks players within the first 3 or 4 rounds to put his stock behind. I like to put my stock behind guys that you can get later on in drafts. That's going to cost you a lot less, but the reward could be a lot more. I'm taking Emeka Egbuka, dude, only for the sole reason that he's playing behind 2 injury-riddled older wide receivers in an offense that's going to be absolutely prolific still. So I'm liking taking a gamble on this kid, man, even because he's not a younger cat, man. He was a lot of analysts were saying that this guy had the safest floor in the draft. So like it's just like, why not take a gamble on that guy? You know, his current ADP, wide receiver 51. All right, man.
Mm-hmm.
Take a gamble on him later if he falls. Even if he doesn't fall, man, take a gamble on this kid. I think he's going to see the field. They got McMillan in front of him. Come on, man. I don't know. You don't spend first round capital on a wide receiver. I just think this guy's going to see some serious usage, and I trust that offense. So, man, give me a Emeka Egbuka late. Why not? Buy some stock.
Trying to find his over-under for you on the good old DraftKings. Oh, my God. I saw Kyle Pitts on here. Now I got to go throw up. Can't find it. Yeah, I think this is a reach, man. The thing about we definitely love Tampa Bay, obviously, with all of our hearts, bro. But there's just too much weapons over there. It's a little scary for my liking. Whereas more so, you look at Jacksonville. Obviously, your guy's getting drafted later than my guy, but you know you're finding some pretty good target shares in Jacksonville compared to Tampa Bay. McMillan did nothing wrong last year, by the way. I think he was like one of the most sought after waiver wire guys. I missed on him, and I even had fucking Mike Evans, so I was pissed about that. Can't find his over under. Let me know in the chat if y'all know that one. Ev, you definitely have to bet it. Matthew Golden is the same as Travis Hunter. Fuck out of here. That's bullshit, bro.
A lot more mouths to feed in that offense for sure.
Still 2-0 in this fucking soccer game here. Let's go. We got one more pick here, Ev. I'm gonna go to my short. So for those of you guys that don't know, Trillo Bets will help you in Trillo stocks as well, right? Shout out to Dave Portnoy. A short is when you bet against it and it goes down and you win, right? Now, this is the Tired Sports Network, so I got to be coming at the boys. Derek and Dustin, I'm really sorry. You guys are going to hate this and probably hate me. Jaden Blue, I'm not with this guy at all. I see people drafting him in like damn near every mock draft, bro. This is obviously a late round pick here. I don't want nothing to do with them. You can find value elsewhere. Dude, he's wide receiver 3. Here's the thing, though. Did a little research. Never had more than 135 touches in Texas, right? Everybody's like, he's dual threat. Ev, I know you love him too, bro. The Texas Longhorn kid going to Dallas, man. I don't like it. Obviously, the worst part about this guy is he's in the same locker room as Evan's favorite player, Javonte Williams. So go ahead and give me a big fade alert on Jaden Blue. I'm sorry, Dustin. I'm sorry, Derek. I'm sorry, Tired Sports Network. I'm fading Jaden Blue. I'm fading the Cowboys as well. See you later, Ev.
Jaden Blue actually made my buy stock. So like that's what he almost made
way.
it. He almost made it. That would have made things interesting. But nah, man, I don't think that's a bad pick at all, dude. I mean, I think when you're look at the guys he's behind in that running back room. Let's be fucking honest, dude. Okay. Let's just be real. Me, you, and Kevin Showalter could earn snaps in that offense behind Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders. I'm just saying, Jaden Blue, I know he hadn't had a lot of reps in college. I know he's had a little bit of fumbling issues. Okay. I know he's not the biggest guy, but he's the most electric guy in that room. And in a high scoring offense, I will be taking some gambles and buying some stock in that guy, Dominic. So fuck you.
I don't like it. Running back 3. They also have Vaughn, who I would honestly put there at running back 3 before him. Dowdle, by the way, went to Carolina. That was my boy last year.
Vaughn,
Go ahead.
4'8", 170. I don't know. Is he as big as Tez Johnson? Jesus, man.
Yeah, he's as big as one of my turds that I shit this morning. I'll give you somebody I really do like, though, Ev, and you're going to hate this. You already said it. Give me Cam Scatterbo. Do I really need to even say fucking anything, boys? Tracy's cool up there in New York, man, but here's the thing is he's a little undersized. He was already getting banged up last year, man. I do like the New York acquisition of a Dart. I heard that he's doing some things in training camp too. So I think they're going to move the ball a lot more, right? I think that Cam Scatterbo is going to be a major part of this offense here. They need him to be because they need some killers out there. Give me Scatterbo and give me his rushing and fucking receiving over, by the way. I'm trying to pull that up on DraftKings. Look, dude, he's already running back 2 over there. You know, Tracy gets banged up. You literally have running back 2 flex upside. You know, I don't think he's really going to be breaking away, making really long runs, but I mean, dude, he can catch, he can pass block. I know they're loving that up there in New York. They kind of want to start something new. You know, even if Stinky Pants Russell Wilson hops in there, bro, he's going to be handing the ball off. Scatterbo's definitely going to be an instant impact. So give me a guy who's going to get a lot of touches. My projected touches from him is going to be around 200. That's where you need to be, over 300. Look at Genty's going to be projected around 325. If Scatterbo can get over 220, I think we'll be sitting pretty there.
You're a fucking high as shit, dude. Are you kidding me? He's going to be playing fullback. He's going to be playing fullback for the Ravens in about 2 years. Mark my fucking words. I mean, he's an interesting gamble. I don't hate it. I'm probably not touching that offense. The more I think about it, the more it scares me to death that it's probably not going to be Jameis Winston, which is fucking unfortunate for all of us Malik Neighbors stockholders.
I know, dude.
You know, that would be fucking perfect. But it's just like, what if Dart comes in and it's just worse? You know what I'm saying? We've seen it from the Giants before. We don't trust those guys. Dable's getting fired after this. So is Joe Shane. I don't know his name still to this day, and I don't care, Dom. I'm not going to learn it.
His son's smarter than him, man. I mean, it's just a fact. Everybody saw that. You can't unsee it.
Yeah. So, look, man, I'm not going to say I'm not going to take that, but I might put it as like a wash for me, bro.
Scatterbo's definitely. Dude, here, real quick, by the way, thank you guys for all polling on Twitter because I ended up running away with that shit. The rookies make an impact, bro. You only got to hit on one rookie. You can miss on a couple. It doesn't matter. You drafted them so late. Why not take a flyer on Scatterbo? You could potentially change your team, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's not at my top. He's not at the top of my list, but you know, I'm gonna have some shares of Scatterbo for sure.
All right, who do you got? Who are you buying stock of?
So I am buying stock in Trey Harris, wide receiver for the Los Angeles Chargers. And I'm just saying this because, look, man, we know they're going to run the piss out of the ball with what they did, bringing in Najee Harris, giving him a pretty nice contract, and then taking Omarion Hampton. They're going to be running the absolute piss out of that ball. But you still got Herbert. He can still sling it. He's going to be looking for big targets in the end zone, too. You got Mike Williams? You're going to take Mike Williams? You're going to take Mike Williams. Come on.
No, I'm taking Quentin Johnson.
You're going to have
last week.
You're going to have Lad McConkey eating up the middle of the field. Yeah, he's going to be his guy until we get to the red zone. I think Trey Harris is going to surprise some people pretty early. I mean, dude, look at Josh Palmer too. Josh Palmer was a nice receiver for them. I mean, but he was just a jag. He's just a guy. Let's be honest. I think
just another guy. Shout out Jerry Judy and Steve Smith.
I think Trey Harris has
jag.
He has the potential to be special, man. His size 6'3", 210. Talk dirty to me, bro. So Trey Harris, and you're getting him for nothing. So Trey Harris is my guy.
Trey Harris is good, but oh my God, can we do it? Over 2.5, boys. Bang-a-rooney. Shout out to the fucking Trillo Bets, the fucking betting god. Y'all don't know soccer like I do. Let's go 2-1. Inter Miami needs to hold. Ev, I got a couple candidates. I know you brought only 2 in because you don't know rookies that much because you don't know ball. I brought in a couple other guys, dude. Look, hear me out on this one here. You were talking high about this guy. You're still high, but I'm high on him now. I like Tyler Warren, bro. I really like him. His over-under is 500 yards. Look, dude, whoever the fuck the quarterback is, dude, Danny Dimes. I mean, obviously you fucking hate doing that, knowing that he's your quarterback. Dude, all indications in Indiana, shout out to my cousin Dante, is Richardson's shoulder's fucked. Everybody's right about that. But I really do think that Tyler Warren's going to have potentially a deja vu of Brock Bowers. Now, I'm not holding me to that fucking level. That was obviously a fucking incredible level. But I'm saying give me 2/3 of that. You know, this could be like a tight end flyer on your bench that could potentially turn into like a 4th, 5th round pick next year. Dude, he's getting comparisons to Gronkowski. That's not a name that people are throwing out there a lot. You loved him out of Penn State, Evan. You know you did. I was thinking about Colston Loveland, but there's a lot more weapons in Chicago. So I'm thinking rookie tight end. Everybody wants to find a Brock Bowers. I think if you were to sneak this motherfucker late in the rounds as your tight end too, you know, so like your draft is what I was thinking when you grabbed McBride, like 2 or 3 rounds, 2 or 3. If you snag this guy late end, you could potentially have, you know, some decisions to make there later in the year. Really like Tyler Warren. Ev, I'm not sure. Do you love that over 500 yards? Sneaky little pick there.
Well, the whole thing is, I mean, they could be playing with their best quarterback since Joe Flacco. So, I mean, anything is possible for
Danny Dimes
for the Indianapolis Colts. Dude, he's way better than Richardson as a passer. Come on, as bad
one
as
of the greatest football
Danny
plays
Dimes
I've ever seen, as in like the funniest, is when he was like breaking away Monday Night Football, and then he trips over the 6-yard line. Then
it
they
would have been like a 90-yard score or some shit like that.
Then they don't score it. They have to kick a field goal. Homie just runs around, dude. I mean, he's running around. He's running for his life. I don't think the Colts are going to be that good, man. But you know, again, weak division. I love those defenses down there, obviously, besides Houston's. You know, I think he's going to be a sneaky pick, dude. I really do. I like Tyler Warren in the late ends.
I don't mind that pick at all. I mean, especially as thin as that position is. I mean, why not gamble on those guys later on, right? If you're not getting the top 3, 4, 5 guys. And there's still some pieces in the Colts offense that we love. Like Jonathan Taylor, I think I've taken him in almost every mock draft I've done.
Dude, he's always sitting in round 4. I don't know why.
Yeah, round 3,
he's
round
done
4.
Nothing wrong. He's done nothing wrong.
You know, our Pittman was 2 years ago. He was a serviceable wide receiver too.
Yeah,
you know, in full PPR. So I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see what Danny Dimes is like. Sometimes you just need a little football rehab, and maybe that offense is a little better than we expect.
Yeah, I think 500, I'm all over it. Last one I had on the list here. I mean, I could talk about these rookies for days. One kid that stood out for me, Jaden Higgins. Look, dude, I don't know when the last time Captain Kirk's done a whole season over there, dude. I mean, anywhere, you know, especially in Jacksonville. They brought him in at wide receiver 2. Dude, I think Jaden Higgins has the potential to be wide receiver 2 up there in Houston. I know CJ Stroud's going to be throwing that rock, bro. No offense to these old running backs they got, dude. But what's wrong with wide receiver 3 for Jaden Higgins even? Immediate impact rookie. They got him high. 2nd rounder. They're going to have to do something with him. Plus, the dude was a difference maker at Iowa State. Interesting enough, shout out to Joe Schmo again on the pod. Jalen Noel also went to fucking Iowa State. So Houston's just his new favorite team, I guess, Joe. And sorry about your boy Halliburton tearing his Achilles, Joe. I know you're on. I know you're listening. Yeah, so I think Higgins is sneaky. You know, I really, you know, this is where everybody's going to be mad at me, man. If you're talking about shorting a running back rookie, I do think RJ Harvey's got to be close to the top, bro. I've seen him flying off the charts, dude, as early as round 3. Dude, you just cannot trust Sean Payton with these running backs, bro. You really can't. It's just hot hand, and you never know who it's going to be. So, yeah, I didn't like him at UCF. I know you're crazy high on him, bro. I'm not going to hate on him because he's a Bronco, and I hope he scores 38 touchdowns this year. But, you know, I'm not going to be touching him with my fantasy stock. I'd rather have Scatterbo for sure. Sorry.
I mean, I would just say, like, yeah, I mean, you can get Scatterbo a lot later, right? But as Bronco fans, we know how frustrated we got when he was just constantly shuffling or these running backs in and out, right? I mean, but it's where they're going to make fantasy relevance to your squad is with receptions, man. And all I've heard before last year was Bo Nix is such a touchdown or a check down merchant. You know, so why not? I think he's going to feed JK. I think he's going to feed RJ. I think RJ Harvey is going to be a pretty good pick this year. It might not start off right away because, JK is probably going to be a lot better in pass
Protection.
pass protection. Yeah, sorry, thanks.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't hate that pick. Another rookie though, real quick, that you had actually brought up his over under Matthew Golden.
725, dude. The same as Travis Hunter. You're high.
725. I'm not touching it. He was on my my short list for the
Okay.
stocks.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. Way too many mouths to feed in that offense. Way too many. Way too many. And then when you get to the red zone, he's gonna be looking for Dontavian Wicks, Romeo Dobbs, those bigger targets, those bigger tight ends, Josh Jacobs. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like it. I know he's a first round pick, but he just doesn't profile as taking over as that number one guy, dude. What do you think about Matthew Golden?
Dude, this is like, there's a couple things I won't touch, dude. The Browns quarterbacks, fucking, the Colts fucking quarterbacks, and I'm not touching fucking Green Bay's wide receivers, bro. Probably Broncos running backs, probably not touching them either. Can't do it, dude. You're right. There's too many weapons out there. I thought they reached for him. I think they knew Jair was going to leave too. I thought they could have went corner there or even safety. I thought they reached. I don't know what Green Bay was really thinking there. It wasn't an immediate need. They got Wicks. They got Dobbs. Yeah, like you were saying. And who's the other kid that does it? He's all right. He's just always fucking hurt.
Christian Watson.
I remember he was the first.
Jaden Reed. He's produced. Bo Melton. He's caught some touchdowns. Holy shit. McCole Hardman is there now. That's awesome. So
nice.
Yeah. So just, I don't know, man. It's an absolute shit show down there. They just have like 5 or 6 wide receiver 2s and 3s down there, maybe throw a 4 in there. And it's just going to be,
it's
one
too
of
much
them's
mouths to feed. Too much mouths to feed. I love fantasy football, man. Targeting motherfuckers that, for one, play on a team that's going to be losing by a lot, and for two, looking at targets. That's why Brian Thomas Jr. last year was such a fucking easy pick. Yes, he was a rookie, but you were looking at that team and you're like, who the fuck is going to be catching the ball, dude? Captain Kirk? He's allergic to that shit. A couple other running backs I was thinking about here. Which Ohio State running back do you think is going to do better, Henderson or Judkins? New England's got Travion. Number 2, I think he's more of a bang player. I just know Gerald loves Ramondre Stevenson so much that, but I do think Henderson, I think New England, man, could potentially make some moves here. I fucking would hate to have 2 of those fuckers on one team. And then, the only thing with Cleveland is they got Sampson. Which one are you buying, selling? If you had to pick an Ohio State running back for the squad, who are you riding with?
I'm taking Henderson for sure.
Henderson, you liked him better at Ohio State, anyways.
I did, and he had the best pass pro in the draft. That's what people are saying, and like, why not? I mean, I think he's gonna build some like serious chemistry with Drake May. And dude, I just don't fucking trust the Browns. I actually think the Patriots could be a sneaky offense this year. Like with all the upgrades they've done, they went and got
Drake May, Stevenson, Henderson. They got your cousin Antonio Gibson. Had no idea he was still in the league. They got Diggs. They got Mac Hollins. He's on the fight on site list. Kayshon Boutte, but I started him one time last year, dude. I'm still pissed off at myself. Kendrick Bourne, Demario Douglas, Kyle Williams. My God, bro. Stephon Diggs might have to be a fucking lock of a squad. Hunter Henry's not bad. Neither's Austin Hooper. Looks like they upgraded the offensive line significantly with Will Campbell. Yeah. It's going to be riding on how Drake May does, dude. They're going to get absolutely piss pounded by the Bills. But, yes, potentially could be sneaky. I think the only person I'd really take a flyer on Henderson, take a flyer on Diggs, and move on.
Yeah, I agree with you. For sure.
Other than that, I wasn't really kicking up anybody else, man. Rookie-wise that I was really interested in. I wouldn't mind snagging Cam Ward at the later end, just because I like to sneak shit on you guys. But I don't know, dude. I mean, I more and more I think about it, I really want to try to get Baker and Dak on the squad and let you guys trade. So that's one thing we wanted to talk about as well. Ev, I'm going to throw a couple scenarios out there for you, all right? Now, guys, you got to think like week 3 or 4, right? People are already pressing the fucking panic button. Ev's team's fucking 3-0. All the stars and moons aligned, right? So, Ev, let's say you have somebody like let's say you have like Likely, for example, right? but you're sitting on McBride. Okay, so you're ready to move, right? Are you advantageous of trading early in fantasy to immediately upgrade another position? Or are you more of a stockholder? Wait, I'm not flipping my guys. Or what if these rookies start going off? Let's say you do find yourself grabbing a Cam Scatterbo, and God forbid Tracy tears his ACL or something. You know, you're sitting on Scatterbo. He already has 4 touchdowns. It's week 2. Are you moving on from him? You buying low, selling high? Because that's one thing that you got to do in fantasy. You can't be sleeping out here. If you really want to make a push in the championship game, try to get there. You got to be doing it.
Look, you got to hang out. You got to hang in there with the people that you drafted, that you believed in for at least, I would say, 5 weeks. Give it 5 weeks. And if they have just completely pooped on your chest every single week, week in, week out, cannot be trusted, then you can start making trade offers. I made some pretty bad mistakes really early on in the season last year. It ended up costing me. Dom, do not even talk about it. But I would just say, dude, just trust the players. Let it play out. If you get to weeks 5 and 6 and you're like, hey, like I'm going to start, if one of your players has an off week, you're like, I'm going to shop him.
Right.
You know, so that's where I'm at. That's what I'm gonna do this year. I'm just gonna trust my gut, and I'm just gonna hang in there, because things could have gotten a lot differently for me last year had I not made a bunch of like stupid trades, made some drops that I was just like 1 week, 2 weeks, I'm done with you. It came back to bite me in the ass. What about you?
Yeah, so I'm super high on trading these motherfuckers, bro, because look, you never know if they're going to get hurt. Realistically, you hate to say it. You never know. Get what you can, especially if you need like a wide receiver too, and you could potentially flip this rookie round 7 pick. Are you fucking serious? Into a top wide receiver? You got to do it. You got to do it. Make moves. Don't be scared to pull that trigger. You don't want to be sitting playing that team in the playoffs, looking at Tyreek Hill in the face, knowing damn well you could have traded fucking Tyler Warren for him because homie needed a tight end. Go ahead, make that trade. Also, with what is it? Fucking free agents. Fucking what's the word? What am I talking about? Waiver wires. Do not go ham on the first fucking week of the waiver wire. Everybody always does it. There's a ton of players that you could get week 1. Everybody and their mom was picking up Likely last year. I don't even know if he started at the end of the year for people. Don't go ham. I see it all the time. You don't need to go crazy. Also, Ev, are you this type of fantasy player too? Let's say, and I hate to say it, but I am. Let's say I'm looking at your team. I know Steph does this shit too. He did this to me one time and I almost had to drive over to his house. If I'm playing you in fantasy in 2 weeks, right? I'm looking at your team and I'm looking at your bye week. And I see, like, if you need a defense, you love streaming defenses and tight ends and kickers. I'll go pick up the best matchups and just stick them down low. Steph did it to me one time, bro. And I swear I almost had to drive over to his house. I had to pick up, like, fucking the Giants defense against the Seahawks, -2. Fucking great pull. Love that shit. Are you doing shady shit like that in fantasy, or are you just kind of, like, having fun with it?
If I have the bench space to like maneuver, for sure, but I'm only doing it for quarterbacks. Like if like I know, like, you know, Cam needs a quarterback next week and I'm like, oh, I got priority. I'm grabbing like the top 3 quarterbacks like right off the bing bong, and he's going to have to start, you know, I don't know, Daniel Jones or, you know, I don't know.
Dart. But your luck, bro. This motherfucker will have like 5 touchdowns, have like a career day. Bryce Young, 4 touchdowns.
That was my year. That was my year last year, but I'm coming back, baby. I'm making a comeback. Let's go.
You're back. Speaking of back, Inter Miami is now tied. That was plus 500, boys. It's 2-2.
Yeah, real quick.
The game's fucking over.
We got some comments on the Instagram. Shout out to Baseball Jones. Baseball Jones? Is that foreign? I know you. I know you. I just can't see your name. He says he likes Travion. He likes Drake May this year in fantasy. So shout out. Yeah, I think that Drake May might be a sneaky pick too. He would be like your Jaden Daniels pick last year, if there was one of those. I think, in my opinion.
I don't know, dude. Jaden Daniels legitimately carried my squad to just legitimacy. I mean, this dude, like 4th and 4 against the Eagles. Do you remember that play specifically? He just ran it 80 yards, scored. I was like, let's go. They ended up beating the Eagles that game. Yeah, I don't know. You don't like the Redskins, which is just crazy. You're more of like a oh, I want to find some depth on the Packers wide receivers and play that fucking bing bong. That is a bing bong, by the way. See you later. Never picking a Green Bay Packer wide receiver. Can't do it. Shout out to Isaac. Yeah, Ev, I don't know. You got your beer chug bet of the week because your boys got one. Don't worry about it. We're talking UFC.
What we got?
UFC Saturday night. UFC Saturday night. Give me my boy, Pantoja, to beat Kai Kara-France. Shout out to Gerald. That's my beer chug bet of the week. I'll be posting Chillo bets for you guys on the Crew Talk Sports Instagram, TikTok. I'm also taking over something called Prime Parlays, guys. Check it out. It's on TikTok. So yeah, we'll be sending bets out. Ev, what you got? Did you think of a bet yet? Are you monkey fucking it? Say Rocky's money line.
What?
Say,
Never.
Say Rocky's money line.
No, absolutely not. Give me Deontay Wilder. Why not? Little last ditch effort. He's been letting me down. So give me Deontay.
So that shit's out in Wichita, Kansas. We were talking about going and checking it out, bro. But I don't think it's Wichita. It might be Wichita. It's somewhere in Kansas.
The fuck is gonna be in a barn or some shit? Is that dude, really where we're at right now?
It could be, bro. His last fight, dude. I felt so bad for him. I was all excited. I was wearing my Bronze Bomber shirt. I'm like, let's go. Fool gets knocked out by Zhang. Bad. He got hit so fucking hard. He legitimately looked at the ref and was like, what the fuck? Boom. Got hit again. It was so fucking graphic, bro. Oh, man, dude. He is minus 1,400. So shout out to you for really getting experimental there. I love that lock. You fucking scummy. Yeah, dude, I'll be watching that. Make sure you guys tune in Friday night, Deontay Wilder. I saw that it's $25, bro. We don't do that shit. TVapp.to. Y'all know what it is. We'll post it on the Twitter and fucking get that shit shut down for you guys. Other than that, little update on my Twins. They are officially on the Never Bet Again list. They lost 11-2. They're disgusting. They're sick. July 19th, we will be in the building, Ev. Get tickets for the Rockies Twins game. We will be there. Tomorrow, real quick. I did want to give a shout out to LSU for beating my Coastal Carolina squad. I know there's some baseball fans out there, collegiate baseball fans, that were all over LSU. Good for y'all. Ooh, good news for the Rockies is tomorrow they play the Dodgers. So, go ahead, take the life savings out, take the kids' college tuition, double that shit up. Dodgers minus 1.5 could be a mortal lock. Twins against the Mariners. Obviously, just take the Mariners. There's your parlay for tomorrow. Ev, we got to start producing some coinage here because we're going to be talking fantasy football a lot this summer, but we'll be talking some baseball as well. Anything else, Ev? Let's close this shit out of here. It is Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Fuck me. We're not even close to Friday yet. What do you got for us in a closing statement?
Well, tomorrow is my Friday because I'm heading up to Breckenridge to get my brother-in-law married on Thursday, bro. So I'm pumped, man. I'm excited. Nice. Yeah, shout out Nick, man. Yeah. We're all excited, bro. So it's going to be a good time for the family. We're going to be partying it up back down in Denver on Saturday. It's going to be a good time, bro. So shout out Nick Milne and Alexa.
Yep. Congrats to Alexa and Nick. That's sick, man. That's fun. I will say fuck you, though, softly, because tomorrow's my fucking Tuesday, you son of a bitch. I hate you. Don't be sending me no snaps either, bud. I'm not vicariously living through you.
All the snaps. You are.
You're sick in the head. I love you, bud. All right. Closing statements from Chillo Bets. We appreciate you guys, man. Thanks for chiming in. Shout out to Tired Sports Network as always. Catch us, Ev. You're going to be unavailable. Me and Jill will be hopping in Wednesday. Check us out Thursday with some UFC horse cock locks. Jill did go 5-0. I got to update the spreadsheet, dude. I think he's catching up to me. Big UFC card this weekend, Ed. Make sure you got eyes on it. Topuria versus De Bronx Oliveira. It's going to be a divided household. I already know everybody and their mom's going to be on Oliveira. Topuria is legitimately my twin. So, other than that, Deontay Wilder Friday. We got baseball. Look for NFL news and updates. Check the Twitter. If you guys haven't followed us yet, it's at Crew Talk Sports on TikTok, Instagram. Shout out to Betting Gods for the affiliation. Ev, we'll close this shit down. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Be safe.
Peace.